what's up you guys? After show reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more Supernatural. This is season 12 episode 14 and it's titled The Raid. And based off of like what's happening right here, this looks like it might be another Twilight-ish episode, which is interesting because we haven't had one of those since maybe season 6. And at the time of this being out, I don't think Twilight was even that big anymore. I thought we were over this, but I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Let's get into it.
Just hear me out, please.
Wow. Just wow.
Dean, what the British men of letters are doing, what we're doing, it's a better way. I
don't really see how it's a better way.
I'm not blind to who they are.
I don't know.
Or what they've done. But
When?
It's done like
When did you start working?
some show. No, it's been done some tell, not show.
Before the lake house. It wasn't Wally. They brought me that case.
You were running an errand for the Brits. You kept it from us. Cass almost died. A hunter got killed.
I don't know. I'm the one who burned his body. I'm the one who told his wife. I watch him die every night.
Good.
It's just a red shirt. I hate when this happens. I hate when they introduce a hunter and they just kill them. Like they're red shirts. It's so annoying. Makes every other hunter look really stupid. Why does this look like a... I don't know. Why does this look like the rig?
I'm doing this for
Maybe
you. I'm playing 3 decades of catch-up here.
Not a lot of people would get that reference.
How do you think this has been for us? We're your sons. And you've been gone. Our whole lives, you've been gone.
Yeah. And
You
then
said
now
till
you're
you
back
died.
and you've
No,
been
you said you
gone.
needed space. So we gave you your space. But you didn't need just space. No, you needed space from us.
That's not true. Dean, I'm trying.
How about for once, you just try and be a mom?
I am your mother, but I am not just a mom. And you are not a child.
I never was. So between us and them.
It's not like that.
Yeah, Mary, it is.
Called it by a name.
And you made your choice. So there's the door.
Sam is very silent. Not gonna say anything? Having been the tortured one? Or do you just agree with Dean?
Sam.
You should go.
I guess he agrees. Not fair. Sam was fucking tortured. You're working with the people that tortured him. Are you on a space station? No. I don't know, there's like the lights and they look like a... That was dumb.
As I've said so many times, we don't need them. We already have the best Winchester.
Yes.
That's not true.
That's
She's
not
not the
your call,
best.
is it? Almost.
She died and didn't come back. Until like 12 years later.
The old man want them on board. As far as London's
In
concerned,
showtime.
Sam and
Many
Dean,
years later in real life
the
time.
American hunters will follow.
I'm making just little to no sense in this reaction, I think. You know what I'm now realizing? You know the typical trope that this show has, like at the beginning of like in the middle of every season, how like Sam will keep something from Dean, it'll come out, and then they'll argue. Or Dean will keep something from Sam, it'll come out, and they'll argue, and they'll be like separated for a couple episodes or whatever. You know that trope that's happened every single season? I'm just now realizing that it's still happening, but now they've just included another Winchester. Real original, guys! Real original. I'm just saying. The exact same thing, like in the first season, it was like they just had an argument, and then that's when Sam went off on his own and met Meg. I can't remember what happened in season 2, so long ago. There was one where he killed Amy Pond, who was Kaylee on Firefly, and then it came out and they broke up for a little bit. There was all these other times. So many times. And now they're continuing the same format. Like the same thing, just with the mum now.
Thanks for coming.
What's so urgent?
Sam, I messed up. I know I messed up.
Did you just say that to get him
What
here?
the British men-letters are doing. This is bigger than us, Sam. We've got a real shot here.
Shot at what?
A world without monsters. A world where you and Dean don't have to hunt. Where you can have normal lives.
I chose this life.
I know.
That it's not what he always
You were
wanted.
going to school, to college, and I get why you gave it up. But what if you didn't have to? What if there was a different future for you? For us? That's why I'm doing this. That is what I'm fighting for. I'm not trying to recruit you.
Well,
But you
I'm
need to
just
know.
gonna say they're in season 15
Things
now.
are changing.
So I feel like things don't change.
Please. Just let me show you. It's just in here.
I wonder what it would have been like for the actress to get called back for this season. Hey, you want to be a series regular?
Believe it or not, this is just their temporary base. The Brits talk like they're roughing it.
Sam Winchester.
I know you died 12 years
You
ago,
knew
but...
Sam was stopping by.
Didn't know I had to.
Anyway, welcome.
Yeah, you know, I really dig the whole low-budget Mission Impossible vibe, but I'm gonna head back.
You sure? You're just in time for the briefing.
Mick,
I mean, that is if you want to hear how we're going to exterminate every last vampire in America.
I hope you're not going to exterminate Klaus. Or Caroline.
Hey! Lucy! Now back later. Whatever.
Where's Ketch?
I don't know. He wasn't in his room and isn't answering his mobile. Should we wait?
No.
Did you forget your
Is
key?
he here?
Hello, mate.
Where'd you find us?
Well, this is a Men of Letters bunker. The location.
I was just thinking that, but then I was like, yeah, I probably know. Especially since the other
Cool. Well,
Valerie knew.
And whilst I understand that you're not feeling warmly disposed to me, I wonder, what's your disposition to this incredibly rare, unspeakably expensive bottle of barrel-proof scotch?
Oh, he's just out of scotch, so that's pretty nice.
Before we get started, we've got a few new faces. This is Pierce Moncrief, a hunter out of Baton Rouge. Pierce, meet Alton Moorhead, our head of R&D.
So is he going to
Weapons
die this
development,
episode?
that sort of
Because
And Serena
that's all hunters
Coleman,
do.
the head of security and surveillance. And of course, you know Mary Winchester and her son. Sam, please, plenty of seats.
Yeah, he started the apocalypse.
I'm fine.
All right then, let's begin.
As most of you know, Phase 1 of Project V is nearly complete. Over the past months, we've focused our efforts on the MWR.
Midwest region.
When we started our operation, there were 241 vampires active across 12 states. We've killed all at 11.
Wait, what?
How?
Seriously? How?
How on earth would you even know that?
You American hunters tend to see vampires as...
It's not like you can have like a census.
One gets out of line, you show up, lop off its head, and leave town. We treat them more like terrorists.
Vampires may typically hunt alone or in small nests. Scratch the surface and they're all connected from the lowest drone all the way up the chain to the top.
To the elf.
He's gonna be mad about this.
When we find a nest, we don't just charge in on a John Wayne. Guns are blazing. We wait. We watch.
We determine the size of the nest, its
Well
relationships to
then,
other
why aren't they mass
They
turning
tend
people
to
then?
trade amongst themselves.
That doesn't make sense to
Information,
me.
Victims.
We're constantly expanding and refining our intelligence.
You'd think that they'd be on a mass turning spree?
We go, we assemble a team.
And wipe them out.
All the remaining MWR vampires have bunkered up in an abandoned building near Wichita, the Morris Hotel.
They think they're safe.
I don't know if I
TVD locked and loaded.
believe or like
TVD,
this,
anti-
because it doesn't really make
Tomorrow,
sense.
we ship out, raid the compound, terminate the colony, and complete phase 1.
And then we move on to the rest of the country. By the time we're done, there won't be a single bloodsucker left in America.
Oh, there was a joke I could make there, but I'm not going to.
They're all dead. My whole nest.
I know, dear.
Then make more. Guys, it's not hard to make vampires.
Get your strength back. It's human and fresh.
I don't understand. So, like, here's the thing, alright? You know, you start to realize, you know, vampires getting wiped out. Oh no, okay. The Alpha has, like, a connection to vampires, right? So he should just tell them to, like, start turning more and more and more. Okay, and, like, so maybe that'll attract a hunter or two. But as we know, hunters are fucking shit. You could probably kill them and turn them. Just saying. But I'm gonna use this as an example. As I think his name was Doug. If one vampire turns 2 people, and those 2 vampires turn 2 people, and those 2, it's like a pyramid. Like, there'll be like, and then all you gotta do is just run away. Don't stay in one spot for very long, and you've got like an infestation of vampires. I don't understand how these British men of letters have taken out all these vampires and they're just like, yeah, I guess we'll let it happen. Especially since we know how like cunning the like alpha vampire is. Like, you remember, he was like quite cunning. So I just don't believe for a second that they'd be able to... Vampires? I don't believe it.
This... It's a fortress. No one gets in here without me knowing about it. No one.
I bet someone will.
Is that so?
Oh, hey.
Hello, my children.
Not much for small talk, are we?
Nope.
Well, surely you have some questions why I'm here, for instance.
Okay.
You're here.
I have a question. Why did you kill that girl?
You already got married playing your game.
She was harmless to you.
And Sam.
Well, I don't, but the old lads have taken quite a shine to you.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have sent some chick to try and kill us.
Yes, Tony, no one predicted she would go rogue. No one but me.
Pretty sure she was
I
set
had
on
a
that.
sneak peek at what a neurotic, overreaching time bomb she was.
So what do we got?
10 bloodsuckers, give or take.
2 against 10. I like those odds.
Sun will be down in an hour, so we should move fast. Keep the
Remember
rats
when
from
they
fleeing the
thought
ship.
that vampires were a myth
Fancy.
in season 1?
You're right. A little too easy. Got another of those.
Ready?
Always.
Where's all your gadgets? I thought you were like go-go gadget dude.
Place seems empty.
Yes. Curious.
Even if you want no part of it, you needed to know.
So it wasn't a sales pitch?
It was definitely a sales pitch. Vampires coming after them.
Where's McGillicuddy?
What's happening?
What do you think's happening?
It's the Morris vampires. They're here.
Fall back! Secure all exits! It's not engaged! Fall back now!
I thought you guys were hunters. I thought you guys were like the best ever. Just dying. How are you not prepared for this?
Nice.
Door's locked?
For now,
How did they find us? How do you even know who we are?
He told us. He's back to save us all.
Our father.
Your father. The Alpha?
That's impossible. Our intel has them in Morocco. It's been there for at least a decade.
Wrong.
Well, that's embarrassing for you.
I met him 5 years ago in Hoople, North Dakota.
You're dead. You're all dead.
Your extermination plans, did it have any contingencies for this?
No.
I'm still out.
I thought you guys were
Scrying
like
stuff.
so in charge of everything.
I can't wait for
Guys.
No, he's right. This place was not built for defense, and those doors will not hold long.
Well, that's embarrassing for you.
Okay. Who here has ever killed anything? Great.
You guys suck.
All right.
You talk a whole lot of game, guys.
Weapons on the table. Blades, guns, spells. Is this it?
That's not enough.
Most of our weapons are in the armory, including the AVD.
We could set it off in the vents. Maximize coverage, use the gas like a bug bomb.
Will that kill the author?
Kill, doubt it. Hurt, maybe. You got anything stronger?
Where is it?
Oh, it's the gun that they used to kill Yelloweyes.
Where did you get this?
I stole it. From Ramiel.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Yes,
With
it
no
does.
bullets.
They know how to make some.
Right.
Why did you steal it then?
Right. Okay, we make some then. Got the recipe from my buddy.
Bobby Singer?
Yep. Armac, you're gonna need a holy oil sage.
No,
Myrrh. You
wasn't
got
it
that here?
Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay, make a tincture, coat a silver bullet. Use this spell. It'll mimic the original etchings. Get to work. Keep that door locked.
I have no faith in this guy that has Mary's back.
This way. The armor's out there.
Why bother letting them in? Why not do this and then let them in? Or wait for them to get in?
Alright. Let's get this spell going. What happened?
It's bad out there.
Why did you not just close the door, you idiot?
Pretty bad in here too, huh?
When did he turn into a vampire? Was he a vampire? The hunter dude? He just had a big smile on his face. I don't understand.
Pierce, you're a hunter.
Yes. My hunter. Pierce and I have an arrangement. He keeps me off the radar. And I pay him very, very well.
You're a terrible hunter.
Mom. Mom. Mom, hey. Are you all right?
Sam.
What happened?
Got it.
All clear here, Big Daddy.
Okay, I didn't really need to see this. I kind of figured something like that would happen.
We have to go.
Would have happened, like, all you needed to do was show that she was.
We will bring your communications back online. You will make a call to your superiors. In London, you will admit defeat. You will tell them to cancel this American incursion. And then they'll watch as I devour you live. On screen. Yes, it's a bit messy, but sometimes one does have to make a point. The cult. Powerful weapon, Sam. You are aware that there are 5 creatures on this earth that gun cannot kill. I'm one of them.
If that were true, I'd be dead already.
That gun can't save all of you.
Who said I was here to save all of us? My family and I, we kill vamps when they get out of line. And you've let us.
I had many children. Sam, which 1, 2, here or there.
Exactly. So, let my mom and me go. We'll walk away. Go back to the way things were, to the way things are supposed to be. Hunters and vampires, cops and robbers, a fair fight.
And the Brit?
You can have him.
Sam, what are you doing?
Picking a side.
You bastard.
Sam, you and I both know that gun isn't loaded.
You sure?
That gun can't save all of you.
Who said I was here to save all of us?
Bastard.
Okay, well that was handy to tell me.
No.
Will this kill all the vampires?
I'm a boy.
I don't know if I like that. You know,
Took out a few
for
stragglers. The rest must have run when we dropped the Alpha.
an operation, you guys didn't do very well.
Come on.
If there's, like, dead people.
So, went out back later, huh?
Just getting a drink, huh?
I was with him when we heard this place was under attack. We drove like a bat out of hell.
How come? I mean, you don't care for these guys. You didn't even know I was here.
Sam.
Right, of course.
But I thought something might have happened to you. Nothing else mattered.
Dean, the things I said.
Mom, it's not your job to make my lunch.
That's not what it's
Just me
about at
nuts.
all. But that's not
We're
what you were
adults.
asking for.
You're gonna make your own choices even if I don't like them. Even if I really, really don't like them. So that's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. Okay, Mom?
Sam, if you haven't been there tonight,
You know, we got the kill. That's what matters.
hardly an advertisement for the British Men of Letters, though. All my leadership, caught unawares with our proverbial pants down.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
We're not, Sam, we're not.
I'm in. Look, tonight was bad. No doubt. But the alpha vampire is dead.
Yeah.
Changing the world. And I want to be a part of it.
But they're literally messy as.
Give me some time.
A bunch of people died. They broke in to their fortress of solitude. And you're in because you killed the Alpha. You were only able to do that because... Alright, well that was Season 12, Episode 14, titled The Raid. I think it's pretty clear by now I'm not really keen at this whole, like, British Men of Letters. I don't really understand what is, like, why. I think the only thing they have going for them is that they have, like, gadgets or whatever, but you didn't even see them used in this episode, so, like, what? Also, these guys, like, the guys literally, like, bunch of them died, and then, like, the main guy, Mick, he's, like, not even, like, a hunter or doesn't kill anything. So, like, how are you even helpful? Like, what, how could you lead a thing like this if you're not, trained in that kind of area yourself? I don't get it. I don't like that they killed the Alpha in this episode. I understand that they needed to, I guess, give Sam a reason to join. And it needed to be, like, a big thing to change for him to be like, yeah, okay, this isn't just an embarrassment, even though it really just is. But I don't like that they brought back the Alpha just to kill him in this episode. Like, we haven't seen him in, like, 5-6 seasons, maybe? Since, I think, season 7. When we were dealing with the Leviathans. And they were like, see you next season, boys. And then you never saw him until now. I feel like it's the thing that Supernatural does sometimes, which is, it bugs me, when they bring back a character that you know, just to kill them. They did it with, the, Reaper. I forgot what her name is now. The one from season 2, and they brought her back and just killed her, just to serve the plot of the story. And now they've done it here with the Alpha. I mean, why couldn't you just get rid of a different Alpha? I don't believe for a second that vampires would just stop turning people and, like, just all of a sudden become extinct. I don't believe that for a second. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I could believe it for shapeshifters, you know? But even then, like, the alphas were, like, built up to be, like, really strong, you remember? You remember when, like, the Crowley was going around and, like, torturing, like, vampires and stuff like that just to get a hold of the alphas, and then, like, the alphas, like, full came after and, like, made this huge, like, entrance. Do you remember? And then, like, now they're just gone? Oh, I don't like it. I understand that the cults, like, can kill anything, and that's fine. I have no problem with the fact that it was the cult that killed him. That's fine. I just have a problem with the fact that he's dead. I don't like it. I think that this whole, like, British Men of Letters, I think they're, like, a mess. Like, they didn't... Like, they let them in, they, like, have all these lockdown protocols or whatever, and, like, they don't have a contingency plan? God damn it, guys. Yeah, I don't know, this was, I mean, this, by all accounts, should be a good episode, and I'm not saying that it's a bad episode, I'm just saying I'm annoyed at a lot of the stuff that's happening at the moment, because I don't like the British Men of Letters. I don't know why the show is going this route. For a season to be based around this, I don't know. That's just my opinion. What did you guys think? Let me know. And then what was the point in, like, Dean rushing all the way over there and, like, getting there at the fucking end? Like, it didn't do anything. Dean literally could have not even been in this episode and it would not have made a difference. And then, like, Dean's, like, sudden realization from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, he just does a complete 180 and, like, just forgives her all of a sudden. Just because she was in danger. I don't know. It's just bothered me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.